Hey, it's Styles from Brand Content Studios. Here's your content marketing quickie for the week of July 16th, 2019. If the apocalypse was coming, you'd want us to tell you about it, right? Well, probably the best article I've read in a long time just came from Michael Stelzner at Social Media Examiner, who's seen the future not for what he wishes it was, but for what it is. And if you're a content marketer, and you probably are, because I don't get a lot of farmers listening to my show, you've got some serious thinking about the future to do. We've talked about this a little before, and I've put the warning out before, but Michael says, look, Google used to provide millions of answers to a search, but we're moving toward a one-answer world, which Wired has written will kill off the internet as we know it. Do I have your attention yet? With voice assistants, we're moving to the conversational web, not pages and pages of links. You know who that benefits? Google, not you. Michael points out Google already does everything it can to answer your question before any search results come up. They ran some tests at Michael's place and learned while people searched social media 1.43 million times over 90 days, and Social Media Examiner was always near the top, less than 1% of searchers ever clicked their link. So while you're killing yourself to rank, it's starting to not matter anyway. All your keyword obsession and authority building and SEO, you're working your ass off in a system that won't even exist soon. Google will be the provider of the one best answer. So without links to you to click, what do you think is going to happen to your traffic? Or worse, your new email subscribers? Basically, we're facing an incredible shrinking audience for brands. And do you know the only way to make up for that and stay visible? Give money to Google for ads. Michael very honestly says all this has them thinking about what to do. And what they've come up with is not really even an answer, but it is a few ways to maybe adapt. One is really focus on conversion rate optimization, because converting the fewer opportunities that you get will be more critical. Start thinking beyond written word and shift hard to media, video and audio. And think about the one thing that Google can't deliver: your own opinion. Now, it probably won't get searched unless you're famous, but it is the content that's truly unique to you. You may have noticed I get a little opinionated here myself sometimes. How about I tell you what Vidyard and Ascend2 learned when they went poking around to find out what B2B marketers are doing? This is always fun because it makes you go, phew, we're doing that too. Or, hey, that's the opposite of what we're doing. Which of us is right? Over half of B2B marketers say their main reason for doing content marketing is to improve brand awareness. Getting more customer conversions actually came in second. 93% think that what they're doing is working. It's lifting that brand awareness or whatever their goal is. Now, overall, they're most worried about increasing sales revenue. But if we're just talking about content marketing, they regard the top challenges as brand awareness and getting better sales leads. Did you hear me? Not more, better. 91% say content marketing budgets will be going up, but before you go to some club and make it rain, 3/4 of them said that increase will be moderate. What do they think is the most trusted kind of content? Most of them said case studies. 66% say the best way to get all this content marketing done is a collaboration of in-house resources and outsourced specialists. Aw, they're talking about me. They're such sweet survey takers. Now, we know how marketers love metrics, and there are all kind of metrics you could get, so which ones are B2B marketers focusing on most? It's leads generated, but they like a good conversion rate too, preferably paired with a lovely red Merlot. But once they've had a lot of that Merlot and get real honest, they'll tell you if content marketing is actually doing anything for them. And it is. 43% said sales revenue went up as a direct result, 35% for more lead gen, and 18% felt more people were aware of their brand. You know, actually only 4% said they didn't get jack squat for their foray into content marketing. And who knows what they spent or what they did. It's not always our industry's fault, you know. If you want to figure out how your content can play nicey nice with the algorithm on LinkedIn, get seen by more people, their Senior Director of Product Management, Pete Davies, has spilled the beans. Look at them. They're all over the place. See, what they want is more engagement from users because, let's face it, a lot of busy business people, when they do go on LinkedIn, are lurkers and consumers and takers. They'd rather get audited than like or participate in a discussion. So, LinkedIn is focusing more on niche-specific professional conversations and not so much pumping up things that are already trending. So apparently, when you open up the app, bam! It'll, with grease lightning-like speed, look for newer posts from your connections and the different things that you follow. You know what identifies those occupation-specific conversations? AI. Because AI is the magic word that fixes everything. Davies says members are more interested in going deep on topics they're interested in. We see better conversation around niche ideas than broad ones. Wait a minute, I'm going to write that down. People are more interested in the things they're interested in. The statistic will come as no surprise. Engagement on LinkedIn newsfeed posts is usually just generated by the top 1% of power users, which I think I am. Interestingly, the LinkedIn algorithm doesn't favor any one format over another. So LinkedIn videos, while nice and probably smart, won't automatically get more love. What the algorithm is turned on by are posts that out and out encourage engagement. It can pretty much predict not only how likely it is a user will engage, but whether others in that user's network will engage too. Writer Amy Gessenhughes suggests, given all this, using hashtags, more niche ones versus broad, might be the smart play. But keep it to 3 or less, or you'll look like you're having some kind of hashtag seizure. Lastly, and quickly, don't forget about Pinterest if you want to inspire your customers. They say there's been a 31% increase in searches for inspirational videos since last year, and active users are 54% more likely to say those inspire them more than videos that they see on other platforms. So to help all that, Pinterest has got an improved uploading tool, a refreshed gallery tab so you can feature your clips in one nice place, and a lifetime analytics metric, which is cool because remember, videos don't get buried in a feed on Pinterest. They keep popping up, like R. Kelly legal charges. Recommendation algorithms are starting to help people find related videos as well. VentureBeat's Kyle Wiggers reminds you 59% of millennials have discovered products on Pinterest, which puts it right up there with Instagram. Pinterest users spend 29% more than non-users, and 90% of weekly users turn to Pinterest to make buying decisions, with 78% saying brand content there is useful. Don't you want to be useful someday? That's the Content Marketing Quickie for this week. If you're starting to conclude it's not that bad, go ahead and subscribe to it. Ask your friends if they've heard or been victimized by it yet. And we'll have more next week.